So Elizabeth and I just got back from our second shakedown trip in our cottage here. Actually, it was her first one. It was my second one because I went once by myself. And on those two trips, we identified several more things that we need to fix or tweak or customize before we leave for our anniversary trip. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Tiny house prepper. One thing was that the light bulb was burnt out on the fan on the hood over the range. Tiny little 12-volt light bulb. I got that fixed, so that works now. I don't know if you can see it in the daylight, but that's coming on. We also apparently had a burnout bulb here on the light inside the refrigerator. So I replaced that bulb and it still doesn't work. So it must be something wrong with the switch itself or the wiring. So we still have no light inside the refrigerator, but that's not as critical because there's a light right up above, up there, that shines in. Something that was a more serious issue, this is the front bed, and when it folds down, there's this great big hinge right here, and you end up laying on that. Now the previous owner said they just laid towels in there or something like that. That doesn't make much sense to me. When we were sleeping here, Elizabeth was here near the end and I was in the back, and she ended up sleeping right on that thing. I have a better idea of how I'm going to fix that. So here's the solution that I came up with. I took a piece of 1/4-inch Luan plywood, cut it 2 feet wide, 6 feet 7 inches for the length. It'll slide right in there underneath of the mattress. So now you can see that here's the hinge where that big trough is. This covers it over, and that's only about that wide. This should cover it without any trouble. And the 1/4-inch Luan right there, after you put the mattress down, and then we put the 6-inch memory foam mattress on top of that, she'll never feel that 1/4-inch, and the mattress will also help to distribute the weight across that seam, that hinge right there. Yeah, see, even without the 6-inch mattress on top of this, I'm laying right on top of that hinge and I can't feel it. It's completely smooth. So this is definitely going to work. Haven't figured out yet what I'm going to do with it when that's folded up and we're traveling. But it'll probably just be able to lay right across the top of the dinette in the bunk over there. That shouldn't be a problem. I'll figure something out. But this is definitely, I'm very pleased with this solution. Now on our last shakedown trip, this is what we had for leveling blocks. Pretty pathetic, huh? These are the boards that the previous owner had in there, and I don't know what he did with them, but this is how I used them. This was not a good situation. It took me about 8 or 10 tries to get them up on here. What I want to do is eventually get some of those crescent shaped plastic ones that the further you ride up on them, the higher it lifts the trailer. But in the meantime, I'm just going to have to cut some bigger boards to be able to level the trailer with. Now I'm going to put this at a 45-degree angle so the wheel can ride up on it better. That should work.
Oh, that was slick. Cool.
That works much better.
Excellent.
We have kind of a bit of a problem here in the bathroom because we have this, and then we have a hook up here on the door, and that's the only place we have to hang towels, and it's sort of awkward. So I need to put another towel rack here above the toilet. This is really too short, and also the only place to put it is right here, which is too close to the toilet. So over here I have this, that's the only one, and there's a beam or a stud that goes across this way. There's also another stud right here. It goes this way. So I think I will put another towel rack right across there by the sink. So what will happen is this towel rack will go right about here above the sink, and then we'll still be able to hang like a wet washcloth or something right there with the towel here that'll hang down beside the sink, and it'll be just below the door for the vanity, so it won't hit that when it opens. So I think that'll work. So there's not much room in this bathroom to be able to get the camera in there so you can see what I'm doing, but it looks like this might work. But the way these work, this is just a standard house type towel rack. The way this works, you have this metal piece right here that you just screw to the wall, and then after that's on, then this just clips onto it like that. So I just got to mount two of those right like that, and then it'll hang right on there. I can feel the stud. This is soft, this is soft, solid right there all the way across. I can feel it right there. Now to make sure that it's going to be level, measure down from the ceiling. Can't measure up from the floor because the sink's in the way over here. So I'll measure down from the ceiling. 32 3/4, 32 3/4. So now I have my little spot right there. There's a hole right in the center, so I can see my mark. this is actually the level that I use to level the trailer. You lay it down flat. It's a T-shaped thing. You lay it down flat and it tells you both directions. It works pretty well. It's low tech, inexpensive. It works pretty well to level the trailer. But I can also use it to level this. Now I do the same thing over here. I got my mark there. Now all you do is just hang that on there, just like that. And then there's a little set screw right here that you use to tighten it on with after you put it up. Trouble is, it's a tiny little screw and you need a tiny, tiny little screwdriver to be able to do that. And I have one at home. I don't have one here with me, so I'll have to do that later. Alright, that's good. So all I need to do now is get that little tiny little screwdriver so I can set the set screw and it'll be solid. Then we can hang a wet washcloth up here and we can hang a towel here, and then we still have that other one up there on the door, the hook on the door. So I think this is going to work much better than what we had. At least now we have a place to hang a wet towel. Now we have one more thing that I'm going to do for this round of upgrades. When we go in the front door, there's a grab handle right here. But because of Elizabeth's balance issues since her stroke, she really needs a little bit more help to get in. I usually just stand right here and help her in. But I think what's going to help a lot, we got another grab bar right here, and I'm going to put it inside right here on this inside edge of this cabinet in here. That way she can grab here and here, and then she'll be able to just pull herself right up without me being here behind her to make sure she doesn't lose her balance and fall backwards. So I'm going to go ahead and install that one right there. Okay, so you're standing outside, you got your hand on that grip.
Right.
Where do you want this grip?
Right. Okay. I just got to see, where am I going to... Right there. That
oh,
is,
this far in?
Yeah, that's where I need it.
Okay, and what about the height?
Yeah, this is good because now, so I'm going to be able to put pressure on this, right?
Yes.
Okay. Because, let me see. I just want to go for where I would just grab for something. Yeah, right about there.
Okay. Mark it.
And it'll be good and strong.
Right here. See, that surprises me because I would have put, you're putting it here, I would have put it more like down here.
Yeah, but then I don't have anything.
But that's why I wanted you to test it.
Because what I end up doing,
right there.
what I end up doing is when I get to here, I'm like trying to, and I end up grabbing like right here. So if I've got something right here,
Okay.
then when I get up to this part, this is good for the two of the steps. And once I'm up in here, I probably just lean up like that.
Okay.
So yeah, that looks good.
Okay. Now this right here, where I'm going to put this is just a piece of paneling. Now it is fairly thick paneling, but it's just paneling and it's not going to be enough to support the weight that we're talking about. So what I'm going to do is take this extra piece of wood and I'm just going to put it on the inside of that paneling, right like that. I know you can't see it, but it's just pressed up right against the wood on the inside. And I will put some glue in there before I press it to the inside, and then that'll give me a place to screw this to, over here, and that'll give the support that it'll need. And I think that should work pretty well. Okay, I'm going to glue this on the inside there, and the best thing to use would have been just Elmer's glue, wood glue, but I don't have any of that. But this is super glue, which is also supposed to work on wood, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Whoa. Okay. Alright, I know you can't really see this very well, but I got one screw in right there at the top into the wood in the back side. Now, 6 inches, 6 inches. Put one in the bottom. And I got to hold that wood inside so it won't push out while I just screw into it. Okay. So now I got a screw there and a screw there. And it already feels pretty solid, but I got 2 more to put there and there. Yes, that is solid as a rock. I'm happy with that. So now as she climbs in, she can grab here and here, and she's good to go. That's going to help an awful lot. Ready to give it a try?
Yeah, let me give it a try here. Oh yeah. See, that gives me such stability. Coming in. Great.
And now you can come in and out without me being there to
That's
make
great.
sure you don't fall.
Thank you.
That's going to work.
Yes.
Okay. Well, so what do you think? The tweaks?
Yeah, it just keeps getting better and better.
Yep. And thank you so much, everybody, for all the suggestions you've been making about things about RVing that we don't know because we're newbies, you know, neophytes. And next week you will see our video of our first trip, our anniversary trip, and we're very excited to take you along. So thanks a lot, everybody. If you've liked this, please like the video and subscribe. You know, all those good things. It really helps us out.
Alrighty.
Okay, thank you very much. Have a great
Bye-bye.
day. Be blessed. It's a beautiful sunny morning. A little cold. It's about 45 last night. But the sun is shining through the trees. It's just beautiful. Here's our rig. Elizabeth's still sleeping. Beautiful place, beautiful big mature trees all the way around.